Hello. In this video, we are going to create the same, we're essentially going to create this. Pull it up here. There it is. We're going to create this. But even though we've already done this, we're going to do it slightly different. And what we're going to do differently is we're going to enclose the entire thing inside a single class. This is going to look a little more complicated, and it is in some ways, but it actually provides a framework to do some more complex things a little later, and will help you understand classes and objects, a really important concept now in programming. All right, let's dive in. So as I like to say, I like to think about input, process, and output. So I'm going to break this down roughly into this with one little added thing on top, and that's going to be GUI Setup. So we're going to start by setting up our whole GUI to kind of have that look, but it's not going to do anything yet. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, let's just get rid of that, is we're going to import tkinter as tk. And I know I'm going to need the math module, so I'm going to import math as well now. So when we set up a class in Python, we say class, small c, and I'm going to call this CylinderCalculator. And I'm going to hit colon. And the first thing that a class needs is what's called a constructor. A constructor is a really common concept, and it's across all programming languages. So remembering that Python is an indented language, we want to go inside this class now. So we're going to tab in once, and we're going to define the constructor. The way we do that is we say def space underscore underscore init underscore underscore bracket self. You'll get to memorize this. The constructor is really a special function that's called once when you instantiate an object, that is create an object. And what do I mean by that? Let's print this class creating, let's put this creating cylinder calculator object. We're just going to put a simple print in there. And then if I come down to here, if I run this, and I'm just going to pull up my terminal to do this, just give me a second. Here's my terminal. If I first save this, I forget if I saved it or not. So file, save, go to my terminal. Let's list everything. We see it right here. So Python 3 cylinder vol c GUI.py, and nothing happens. Well, the reason nothing happens is because I have instructions to create a CylinderCalc object, but I haven't actually told it to create the object yet. To do that, what we do is we say CylinderCalc as a variable. This doesn't have to match the name of the class. I just happen to, and then we actually call the constructor by doing this. CylinderCalc bracket. And what this does is this says, okay, create a CylinderCalc object by starting by running the constructor here. So this basically stops the program, jumps up here, runs this constructor, and then puts the results into CylinderCalc. So currently it really doesn't do anything other than prints out creating cylinder calculator object. So what we want to do now in here is we want to actually go in and we want to now create the different parts of the GUI. So all of our variables inside here, we're going to create them as what are called instance variables. So we need to put the word self in front of them. So self.root equals tk.tk. So this is creating the main window of your GUI app. You'll start to notice that I'm calling the constructor for tk, which constructs your main window. Then I'm going to say self.root.title, which is me setting the title. And we're going to say cylinder calculator, and I'm going to say self.root.mainLoop, and that fires up our program. So if I save this now, and I give this a run, there's our cylinder calculator. Now we haven't put anything into it yet, but in our next video, we're going to look at how to add the different components. I hope this helped. Have a great day. I'm actually not going to stop yet. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to actually send this up to GitHub because I said I was going to do this at the end of each video, and my hopes is that you get used to this notation, and you're doing this yourself. So let's put git status to look at the status. So this is the one file that differs from my git site. So I'm going to say git add cylinder vol c GUI pi, git commit m, message is class program, is just a message to help you track. Oh, it's gone off the bottom of the screen. Let's pull this up a little bit. There it is. And then I'm going to say git.push. And away it goes. And now I've pushed this up to my GitHub site, and in the next video, we'll keep updating this. Have a great day.